Hi, welcome back to Technology Wizard. So today we're going to be doing a PC Junior basic tutorial, and this is on the play and sound statement. So we're going to show a brief sound statement, and then we're going to focus on the play statement. So here we type in sound 1046, then 9.1. So this is the C above middle C. It has a frequency of 1046 and a duration of 9.1. And then if we hit the enter key on this, it'll show us the sound that we're after. And we will hit play, and that is the beep that we will hear. And then we'll go straight to the play function. So the play function is similar, but we can choose which notes that we can essentially play. So in this instance, if we type in play and then in quotation marks go C, and then we'll get C, the C key. What happens if we type it without the quotation marks? We obviously see if that will work as normal, and we get an error. That's because every time we put play, we have to put them in quotation marks, otherwise it will not work. And as we can see, C, that's perfect. So what if we try and play, say, the Q note? Let's try and see if we can play the Q note. Illegal function, because of course Q is not a note on the musical scale. What if we've got multiple notes we would like to play in a row? We can certainly do that as well. So if we got here, say we want to play C, D, and then E in a row, we can do that. And then if we run that, we've got the C, D, and E. So you may be asking, do we need to have the spaces? Let's see if we need the spaces. We go C, D, E in a row. And no, you don't need the spaces at all. It is, of course, the spaces are used just in case you would like to be able to read it correctly. So if you've got big lines, it does come in handy. So as you can see, you can do both ways. Clear the screen here, and then we can use a much bigger program. So say if we will build a program with it, so we start with line 10, we'll go play, and then we'll create a much larger program that we can edit and play around with. So we got C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and then C. So we will then save this, and then we'll hit run. And as you can hear there, we've got the full sound working. So what if we want to shift the C up an octave higher? We can certainly do that as well. All we will need to do is you can shift octaves higher or lower, and the way we would do that is, as you can see here, A, B, and then we use the greater than symbol, and then a space, and then C. And what this will do is, once we save it and hit run, we got an octave higher on the last C key, which is terrific if you would like to mess around with the octaves. So if we create another one and we want the beginning C to also be an octave higher, let's give that a shot. So we'll go greater than, and then go C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and then of course greater than, and then C again. So if we hit save on that and then run, and you can see that we've both shifted the first C and the last C an octave higher. So we can also do the same with octave below. So what if we want to shift octave below? So we can modify the program to do the same thing. So in this instance, we'll modify the 10 line. And then we will shift below. So we'll use the less than symbol. We do that twice. So we're wanting to shift below twice. So 2 octaves lower. And then right at the end, we go an octave higher back to the first part. And then we hit save on that and run. And as you can see, that it is shifted 2 octaves below, and it is shifted 1 octave higher on the last. So that is the basic way on creating shifting higher and lower and octaves, and it does come handy when you're working with these programs, and we will talk more about this in the next upcoming video. We'll talk more in depth of the things that we can do with a play and sound statement, but this is just a basic tutorial on the play and sound, sort of an introduction, and how to simply do some octave shifts higher and lower. In the next one, we will be going into more advanced in it and going much larger programs and the terrific things we can do with basic. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Please give it a like and comment. Let me know what you'd like to see next, and hope you enjoyed. Thank you.